Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your September monthly reading. I'm going to pull just one card from these Wisdom Oracle cards and get just a kind of gist of what's going on with you through September. Those didn't want to shuffle, did they? So we're going to just grab one card from this deck if it wants to maybe shuffle for us. Hope you all have had a good August. Sorry these readings are coming out so late. I had some serious issues with cameras and technology and uploads and storage and all sorts of new tech stuff that I'm learning about as I decide to take this passion of mine digital. So bear with me as I learn some of these things. So let's get this energy for you, Cancer. Let's see what we have. Time for a nap. You know, that is so awesome. I just did Gemini's reading and they got the exact same card. So this is really asking you to take some time, okay? You're going to want to take some time during September for yourself. And that can include just self-care, making sure you're eating well enough, getting enough sleep, taking time that you need for thinking and healing and all the good stuff that comes, especially since over the new moon, when I did your reading, you were going through a balancing and victory. So sometimes after a huge victory, we're going to want to take that time to recoup and heal up any of the wounds that we got through that balancing act. Okay, so let's get this going. Get a couple of these tarot cards for you. See what's going on. We're going to be going into a Virgo energy, and we started that on the 21st of August all the way up until the 21st of September. So that's going to be that balancing that we talked about on the new moon readings and keeping everything in our daily activities in a manner that serves us. So that's going to be really important to maintain with the Virgo energy. You're going to be asked to really take stock and detail and make plans and just recheck everything, you know. It's not like a Mercury retrograde where we're going back. It's more of a just checking in with balancing your life. That's that Virgo analytical, detailed planning energy that you're going to be feeling. And then as we get towards the new moon in Libra, that's a different kind of feeling. That's more of that what has been balanced. Let's talk about justice and victory. So more victory coming, and maybe that's why you need to take a nap. And that's what it feels like, is that there's something that you're going to have to rest up for, and towards the end of September you may just be starting a total new cycle with that Libra. Okay, we've got two cards that popped out here. We just need two more. Yours are not jumping like the Gemini did, Cancer. That was crazy. That was a crazy reading for me. Everything was jumpy. Okay, now let's see what we've got here. We've got the Star, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Lovers. Now this is a really interesting energy for you, Cancer, because if we look at what's going on here, we don't really have any cups. We don't really have any of the wand energy, but we do have two major arcana. So let's check with this first one. This first one is the Star. Now when we get to the Star, it is assumed that we've gone through a tower moment. Okay, and if you know what a tower moment is, that's a time in our life where sometimes everything just kind of crumbles to the ground and we have to start from square one because the previous tower did not work out. Well, this is that moment where you're rebuilding and wishing and analyzing and really looking inside yourself and to your intuition. You know, it's making a wish upon that Star. As you're manifesting, your manifestations are going to go into this mechanism and create and use that co-creation of yourself and spirit. The Star is a really incredible energy for discovery and intuition and connecting with your inner guides and spiritual beliefs. Okay, so that's really important for you, Cancer, in September, and that also may include that time for a nap. It's not necessarily that you have to sleep. It's just slowing down and taking a moment to be in the present moment so that you can connect, so that you can get that download from your higher self. and really get into that self-realization that I love, love, love. Next, we have Two of Pentacles coming up. So it seems like you're still doing some of that balancing that we discussed over the new moon of August 30th. And that makes total sense because we're only just starting September and there is still that need to balance. You're getting this Two of Pentacles, which is going to be something about your heart, your head, your priorities, your inspirations. And really, I pulled this card before I did any of these readings, and this is need and necessity. So this kind of goes along with this. Okay, where is the need and necessity? That's what you could be balancing during September, and we're all going to be feeling this need and necessity card. This isn't solely for Cancer. This is for every sign that I pulled this card for, but really important to maintain that yin and yang energy in our lives of receptivity, okay, and the action. So, you know, the intuition and experience. Where are we balancing? Dreams, reality. You know, there's a lot of things that can be with the Pentacles. It's not necessarily just money. It's also anything that brings us stability, anything in the physical world. So out of those things, that's something that you will be balancing, Cancer, during September, and taking a stock of that after you've had this Tower moment is what this is imposing. Really taking that time, taking stock, rebalancing before you move forward, because you are coming forward with a new, brand new truth. This Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning. It's usually a divine intervention of some sort because it's a one. So you've gone through a cycle, you've gone through a karmic situation, you've learned something, you have more wisdom and experience as you move forward, because aces always start something new. But you're coming into this new thing with new knowledge, new ideas, and a new truth. This suggests that there's been a victory. And that's exactly what your new moon reading said, was that there was victory. So it really seems like this is playing along with your new moon reading. If you didn't have a chance to watch it, definitely go check it out. It's in the playlists in my channel. Now this Lovers card is absolutely fantastic, and the reason that it really aligns with these two cards over here, Time for a Nap and the Star, is because this can really be you just connecting with yourself, getting back into the groove, reconnecting with your inner self, listening to your guidance and your intuition, and getting on path. You've done some rebalancing, you've done some wishing over here, but now it's time to reconnect. Now, yes, this could be a reconnection with a person of passion, a romantic relationship. This could be a friend that you're connecting with, family member. But it really feels like to me, with this Star coming out and Time for a Nap, that it's time to reconnect with yourself, that inner self, so that you can get that inner guidance and really trusting what's coming forward to you in September, Cancer. As an intuitive sign, you can learn a lot by going inside. So let's get a couple clarifying cards here for these guys and see if we can get a little bit more detail, because this is going to be a fantastic month of really recognizing what's ready to be finished up. With the Harvest moon coming up and the Virgo Libra energy, it's really just like preparing for an audit, getting the audit, and then going forward into the harvest seasons and the darker seasons. So let's get 4 cards here. Whoa, there's one. Yeah, the Wish card. That is my most favorite card in the whole deck right there. I have a lot, but that's the one I get really excited about, because that's a wish, and it landed right on the Star. So no odds for you that you have a wish as well. Oh, and then the Star pops out. Wow, look at this synchronicity. You know, this is the whole reason I read cards, you guys, is because this kind of stuff happens way more often than not. So let's get something for this Ace of Swords and the Lovers for Cancer, September. So I'm right there. Okay, yep, the Devil. So you're breaking the chains. That's great. And Death. Okay, so these 2 cards out here that come out at the end, those can feel kind of scary to people when they see them. Fear not, because every single card around it is fantastic. So this is showing you some of the energies you've been through. We'll get to that. Now, really cool, the Star, the Wish card, essentially, right? Because This is where we are doing discovery and intuition and trusting and putting our manifestations out into the world and knowing that they're coming. Knowing, not hoping and wondering, knowing. Okay? This is the wish card. And all of these cups are full of everything you could ever want and need, Cancer. And when we pull this card, it's always a sign to make a wish. Make a wish, believe in it, know that it's coming to you, and know that your higher self and the spiritual beliefs that you have are guiding you towards exactly what you need to be on your most joyous and happiest life, and experiences. Very cool. And then, of course, with that extra synchronicity, we get the star card again. And then, as you can see, it's this mixing and pouring of intuition, experience, and spirit that's going to create these wishes to come up and, actually manifest in our physical life. So when you're balancing, see how she's balancing? There's an equal amount going in, going out. It is all about balance. So when you're making these wishes, recognize you have to add that dream, that fantasy, imagination, along with the practicality. Spirituality and practicality have to be balanced, okay, especially around the full moon that'll be coming on the 14th. That's going to be really prevalent for a lot of us, is that spiritual balance with practicality balance. And that's how we're really able to just manifest on that fuller scale, like the higher court cards that know how to manifest, and the Empress. Okay, and then with this new truth coming in, this victory, you were chained to something, Cancer. With this Devil, this shows that sometime recently you have been chained to an idea or thought or a belief that has kept you small and kept you stagnant. And something happened to you, and it may have been that Tower moment with this Death card coming up here. It was really sudden. It was really sudden, but it was expected almost. It wasn't like that unexpected Tower moment, because with Death coming up, we kind of saw it coming. So you saw the ending of this. You saw that you were able to take your sword and your new truth and break the chains of the Devil. The Devil is not an actual entity in the tarot readings. This is our self-sabotage and the thoughts that we keep and the actions that we take that can actually sabotage our own mission and our own path in this life. So something that you were attached to, and we all do it, Cancer. It's nothing that everybody experiences this Devil moment. We all get attached to something, and it takes this new truth, this new mindset, and this new perception sometimes to break those chains and move forward away from this energy. And when you get something like this, the biggest thing is to forgive yourself. You may have made some mistakes, but forgiving yourself and moving forward, that's key. That is key to living your fullest life. Okay, and with this Lovers here, there was some kind of severing that happened. So this could definitely relate to a relationship for some of you Cancers out there, where a relationship was severed, or you just weren't believing in yourself anymore. You just weren't trusting your intuition. You weren't trusting your highest good, your highest powers that we all have. And something was severed there, but it had to sever in order for that rebirth and for peace to come through. Sometimes things have to completely fall apart in order for us to reutilize, rebuild, revise, and do more than we did before. So we're going to grab some tarot dice. I'm just going to grab 4 and shake them up here. Oh, I grabbed 5. Bonus for you. Oh, no, I did grab 4. Okay. Just kidding. Just kidding, Cancer. I only grabbed 4. Okay. Ooh, lots of pages, lots of new stuff coming through, lots of new communication. I like that. Okay, 2 of Wands. So you have definitely been facing some sort of a passionate decision with this. This 2 signifies that you know what you want, you know what drives you wild, what gets you up in the morning, what gives you determination, motivation, and everything that pushes us towards passion. So when you're making these wishes, keep that in mind. You already know what you want. Don't be shy when you're making these wishes. Make it powerful, make it meaningful, and make it absolutely relate to everything that brings you joy. And that's going to be the key to making these wishes right here. With this dice coming up, it's definitely validating that you need to hold on to that deep passion. Whatever drives you, this is that fire energy. That's that stuff that gets us really excited, okay? Now we also have this Page of Cups. This is really starting to discuss and think and learn about feelings. Okay, so as you're balancing and getting ready to make this wish, your feelings are going to be key here. Whatever feelings that go around what you're wishing and how you feel about reconnecting and taking this time, that's something you need to sit with. With this coming through, this could be new communications around feelings. This could be just new feelings surfacing that maybe you haven't felt or they've been dormant. And it's going to be important to bring those forward when you're making these wishes and balancing, because feeling is absolutely going to be a part of this balancing. Whatever you're feeling is going to help weigh this up and determine what kind of wishes you're putting forth and what kinds of things you're going towards for your life. Going to be different for every Cancer watching, obviously. We all have our own paths, but something's coming through, an opportunity where you're able to make an open wish, an open-ended wish. And when you can balance and recognize the chains that you've already broken, you're going to really soar. It's showing all that right here. With this Page of Wands, that is getting excited about passion. You know, you already have these two passions right over here. This is that beginning of passion, that communication, that curiosity, you know, delving into something that drives you wild. Okay, and maybe that's what helped you break this chain, is you realized you had a passion that did not align with whatever you were chained to, and you were able to take that sword and break through, and now you have a new truth, new perception, and that perception very well may be wrapped up with something you're very passionate about. Okay, that could be being just passionate with self-care. That could be being passionate about wanting to love again. You know, it could be passionate about wanting to try a career move that you really love. You know, anything that brings that passion. And then this, with this feeling, these two mixed together, that is that synergy of drive and motivation. When we love something and we're passionate about it and we have both, that's really going to produce something, okay, Cancer? Now right here, we have our Seven of Coins. Now, Seven of Coins could mean that you were in a position to question if what you've been doing was worth it anymore. I have a feeling it was with this Devil. You were able to recognize that whatever you're doing, it was not working anymore. It may have been working at the beginning, because when we first interact with this energy of the Devil, it was fun. It was passionate. It was amazing. It was a one at one point. It became a burden when it was not aligning with our growth or what we truly want. We sometimes think we know what we want, right? And we go for it. Then we get attached and it becomes this obsessive devil energy, and we get chained to it, and it's really hard to let go. At some point we do break free, and it looks like that's happened for you, Cancer, with your passion and your truth and the victory that happened sometime around the new moon. Balancing, really checking in with yourself and seeing where you're out of balance helped push this through, because this is all about waiting and asking yourself if it's still worth it. This, in a traditional tarot card, would be where the figure is sitting there and the coins are in the tree, and it looks like he's been waiting forever for them to grow. He's kind of taking stock. Well, I've been sitting here, I planted this, I've only gotten this back. This isn't really what I expected. So as you can see, obviously a death thing, maybe this wasn't so expected. Okay, like I had said a few minutes ago, that you probably knew this was coming. With this coming through, maybe it wasn't so expected, but you had kind of an idea that it could happen. However, whatever ended and was severed here, it's bringing you back into a position to connect with yourself. Something's allowing you to see clearer so that you can reconnect and really get back to that intuition and that inner knowing of what's best for you. Okay, Cancer? And remembering to check in. You know, with this seven, sevens always mean we've got this path going. We've got this path. 7s and 8s. So these are the path and the strength. So maintaining that you know where you're headed, okay? So this was your reading for September. Please, please, please subscribe. I'm pretty new to YouTube, and I would love to share all of this awesome energy and information and even learn some things from y'all out there watching. So input is always welcome. And if you hit the little bell button, you'll get updates about any time I post new stuff. And I will be posting full moon readings sometime, hopefully way before the 14th, so I can start to get this and figure out all the technology stuff. Thank you again.